As we all know, there are 3 golden facts in the anime community. 1. No one can beat Goku, so don't even ask, can it beat Goku though? 2nd, Kirito is trash. And 3rd, and the most important one, anime adaptation usually that involves Hollywood will suck in general. As proved by the Holy, the Lord, the Almighty Dragon Ball Evolution, further proved by the Death Note from last year. But there are some great ones like Rurouni Kenshin, Ore Monogatari, Gintama and some more. You can check out my earlier video for that. And if you have checked out my earlier video, please comment down in the comment section below about your favorite live action. And if you haven't, do subscribe. I'll be busting out similar videos more frequently so that you don't miss it. So today we'll be discussing about some of the upcoming live action, with some in pre-production while others might be in production or even completed. So let's go. One Punch Man. It's a more recent news compared to others, as it was announced that famous Cape Baldy aka Saitama would be getting the Hollywood treatment by Sony, with numerous actors' names being spread around in the rumor mill, but none were so greatly heard than the demigod himself, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. As One Punch Man is about Saitama, a guy who gets bored in his job, so he decides to be hero for fun and trains his ass off, rather his hair off, and becomes the moderately famous Cape Baldy, with strength capacity enough to obliterate anyone or anything with just an ordinary punch. Well, Rock does seem fit for the part. Who else other than the guy who ripped apart his gate? Who else? With all jokes aside, I am genuinely interested in One Punch Man live action. Just give it to Edward Wright and he'll make it right. Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan, a juggernaut in terms of sales, dominated as manga as well as anime adaptation. As the anime devoured its competition, now it's on its final stage, with the possibility of ending on same high quality level compared to some. Attack on Titan, as the name suggests, is set in a world where the last remnants of humanity live within a walled city in order to escape the danger of the Titans, a race of giant monsters that devour humans. It follows Eren Yeager, who ends up joining the military with his 2 childhood friends Mikasa and Armin after the Titans break through the wall and attack his hometown. It is one of those anime which I feel that Hollywood can do justice to its live action given the proper amount of budget and time. Also, most of the characters are white, with only few mixed Asians left in the world of Attack on Titan, hence avoiding the whole whitewashing controversy. But that won't stop some ignorant shit. People yelling out whitewashing as was seen with Iron Fist and One Piece live action. But while I say that, we have already seen live action version of Attack on Titan and it was hot ball of garbage. So if this sucks too, then may Lord forgive us. The Promised Neverland. With a very well received anime adaptation by both critics and audience, The Promised Neverland has earned itself a live action adaptation. The manga is decent too. The story follows a group of orphan children who form a plan to escape from their orphanage, which they find out holds a very deep and dark secret. The story, with no heavy special effects, is just ripe for a proper live action treatment, as it does not require high budget, with first look of live action providing just the appropriate level of sinister and comforting aura. It seems that it will do the source material justice. All the while, they seem to have aged the characters a bit for the obvious reason. So let's just hope the live action can capture the same magic. Let's hope. Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online, or SAO, was an overhyped, average to low quality anime product with not so unique plot and a very uninteresting character and even worse character arc, but a very good opening. By the way, I love SAO's opening. It took over the season, even though later on heavily critiqued and memed by the masses. Nonetheless, the appeal for SAO remains, thus justifying 2 sequel seasons and now a live action adaptation. The plot of SAO is that it is a virtual game where a player can play through his mind, but the catch is that if you die in the game, you die in real life as well. As far as the plot goes, the adaptation doesn't seem hard, as perfectly showcased by Ready Player One earlier. So let's just hope for, you know what, I don't even care. I don't care. Just do what you want. Like Balam, like Rurouni Kenshin. One of the best live actions ever is the Rurouni Kenshin series, with perfect casting, excellent world building, and awesome fight sequences and praiseworthy sword fights. The movie series is simply awesome. It's genuinely entertaining as a movie. Rurouni Kenshin tells the tale of Himura Kenshin, an ex-assassin going by the name of Hitokiri Battosai, who after participating in the war and spilling a ton of blood, I mean a lot of blood of his enemies that is, now wanders the countryside helping anyone in need in order to redeem himself for the numerous heinous murder he had committed with the help of his reverse-edged katana. I seriously love the earlier movies and can't wait for the next part, which was due to be released this year but has been delayed due to the pandemic, to which all we can say is so let's just hope that we get to see it by the next year. And I have no doubt that it is going to be an awesome movie. Kimi no Na wa, a rom-com written and directed by the master Makoto Shinkai himself, with every work of his filled with beautiful art style and a lovely score. This one is no exception. The movie tells the tale of a high school boy from Tokyo and a girl from rural area who one day wake up to find that they both have swapped bodies with each other, and as they struggle to find the cause, they start to grow within. With such premise, the anime took over the box office, becoming the highest grossing anime film and the fourth highest grossing film of all time in Japan. With such a track record, it is understandable that a Hollywood live action was going to appear someday. The premise, except for a certain part, is quite a basic teenage rom-com and is adaptable in comparison to some other titles in this list. Even so, let's see how Hollywood will butcher it up or screw it up. And if they don't, then all you got was a rom-com. So, let's wait and watch. One Piece. If you haven't heard about One Piece till now, either you are living under a rock or you are actually Steve Rogers. If you are, then let me tell you, One Piece is an epic adventure shonen manga or anime, entailing the adventure of Straw Hat Pirates, whose Captain Monkey D. Luffy aims to be the king of pirates by finding the greatest treasure of the ex-pirate king Goldie Roger. I don't know why I said treasure, man. Called One Piece. With manga sales and its dominance enough to define it as one of the greatest, I genuinely love the manga, the current arc including the new chapter 990, which was dope. The reason for Netflix to give it the live action treatment is quite obvious, and a very strong but at that. The wacky and kooky world of One Piece, in my opinion, cannot wholeheartedly be translated into the live action screen. From its tone to the way characters interact with each other and the world, I just find it impossible. So let's see what will turn out of the Netflix. I mean, the Bleach one was quite decent, and Tite Kubo had earlier said that it was impossible to adapt Bleach, so let's see what will happen. Let's just hope for the best or the worst. Speaking of shonens, Naruto. One of the few anime series I grew up with, it can be said that I grew up along with Naruto and the whole shinobi world of Masashi Kishimoto, the creator of the Naruto series, amounting to a ton of nostalgia. Thus, when it was announced in 2015 that Naruto was going to be adapted, I was quite skeptical to downright furious. What in the God's name is this filth? But now I'm like, meh. Let's give this abomination a chance. I mean, who are we to judge it? With rumor of casting call underway, the shonen adaptation seems to be more and more possible, with previous attempt at shonen adaptation by Hollywood being the holy mother Dragon Ball adaptation. that brought a whole new dimension to the word shitty. With Jonathan Levin of Warm Bodies fame as a writer, I seriously love the Warm Bodies movie, and Michael Gracie of The Greatest Showman, I haven't watched it, on board as a director, the adaptation seems to be on its Naruto run. Cowboy Bebop, one of my favorite anime series of all time, genuinely favorite series of all time. I had been wishing for it to not get adapted while I'm alive, but here we are discussing its Netflix adaptation. The same Netflix that churned out Death Note. You know my feelings on Cowboy Bebop. If you don't, do check out the video which will appear at the end of this video. I have already talked about it a lot, so do check it out. Even though Netflix has a good track record with their anime adaptation, same cannot be said for the live action adaptation, but the anime adaptation are so good. Anyway, the shooting for Cowboy Bebop adaptation had already started, but John Cho, who was cast as Spike, broke his leg or injured his knee, I guess. I like John Cho and rest of the cast do look apt, but I don't know, I have this immense love for the series which wishes it would never be adapted. Now that it is being adapted, I just pray that it justifies its existence. Last and the best, Akira. This has been a long time coming, with Warner Brothers attaining its right in 2002 but failing to adapt it into a movie. It seemed a live action Akira movie was impossible with numerous director changes but no filming to be seen on site. Then finally Taika Waititi of the Thor Ragnarok fame took up the director's mantle into 2019 and was scheduled to release in 2021, but he has put the adaptation on hold for Thor Love and Thunder, so the release is delayed, so is the filming. Even though it isn't happening anytime soon, Waititi had showed promise for a proper adaptation with focus on the manga as the source material instead of the anime, which according to me is one of the best anime movies ever, if not the best. I've already discussed in detail about it in an earlier video which will appear at the end of this video, so do check it out. By this point, Akira as usual seems impossible, but who knows, maybe later down the road it might get a proper live action treatment that it so rightfully deserves, or maybe not. That's it for today, and if you enjoyed this video, please spank that subscribe button for more upcoming similar videos, and also check out the videos that will appear at the end of this video. Thank you for listening, and it's been a pleasure as always. Do take care of yourself. Khayal rakh apno. So bye now. Tata.